So out from one Z and into another. We're driving this Z back to where we're gonna make the video. I'll tell you guys all about it, but so far, this one's pretty clean as well. Let's see what the takeoff speed on this one is compared to the other one. A zippy little one as well. Holy smokes. This one gets up to speed as well. These two Zs are genuinely impressing me how well they drive, believe it or not. Let's see, can pick up some more speed. It's when that turbo spools up and it takes off that I see the difference in the Zs that I've driven in the past and in this one. Overall, can't complain about it. I think they're fun cars. Zs in themselves are pretty cool, zippy little cars that really get up to speed and get going with what you need them to do. So we'll talk about this one in just 1 second. All right, so here we have, again, I forgot, but I'll put it in the video. It's either a 98 or a 99 Honda Z. You saw the white one, now you're seeing the silver one firsthand. We're doing a 360 walk around so you get an idea of it. This one is also the turbo model. It is also four-wheel drive, which is really nice. Giving you the 360, showing you the whole car first, and then we'll go through anything that we may see that's imperfection-wise. So far, I'm genuinely impressed, but I guess let's get started to see if we see any imperfections. We'll start with the hood. The imperfection I see, it's not even an imperfection, it's just dirty. It's just probably caked on mud or something of some sort. It might be grease from something else. They got flung up onto it. This headlight itself is actually in really great shape. For some reason, this one's a little bit more faded, but you can get it to look like that by just buffing it out. Like I said in the last Z video, I think a $20 kit is what they sell it for. What's really cool is this one also comes with fog lights already in yellow, which is really nice. Nice bumper. The bumper is actually in pretty good shape. It's actually clean. Nothing to report as far as scratches go. I think the paint in this one's overall a little bit better than the white one, but it's just completely different color, completely different car. No imperfections on this fender. Again, it's just like little mud. I think the only imperfection that I see from the Z that I could be more of a hindrance than the other one is where you start to see the sun fade on the pillar here and on the roof. The roof really needs to get buffed or shined. I think it's very dull. The clear coat on it might be just as bad as this, but it's more oxidation. I think with somebody that knows what they're doing, they can really clean this up to make it look and blend a little bit better. Ultimately, it'll probably need a clear coat job, which you know, is kind of a bummer. But let me tell you, all the Zs that I have seen, they normally come with their own issues on paint. I don't know if it was what Honda used for clear coat or what they did back in the day or what, but there's always some sort of issue with some sort of paint when it comes to Honda. We go to the door. This is just dirty. See, this one doesn't have the chrome, it just has the black mirrors, which is really nice. We come down, we don't see any imperfections down below. The door itself is in pretty good shape, no imperfections there. Obviously, like I said, the sun fade here. Again, just a lot of grease here for some reason. This come up and you start to see more of the imperfections on, I think that might be a little bit of a scratch, but that'll probably buff out. But just the clear coat where it's, you know, where it's seen better days. This, it looks like someone did rub up against it. You can kind of see in the video, shows up a little bit better. I think most of that will buff out and you could see it get cleaned up pretty nicely. If we keep coming around the back over here, anything to touch on? Not really. Just dirty. Again, sun fade on the roof, just the year, the era. I don't think Honda did a great job with it, but if we open up the trunk, this is good. This is good, nothing to report about. That's just dirty. This one's in much better shape than the white one, but see what happens is they sit and they fold over to the opposite side. The glass is all in great shape, no scratches. You can tell the old number that used to be on here, 6217. Keep going around the other side, no imperfections here on this side. Again, you just kind of start to see where the car sat, the sun hit it and it kind of cleared. Like the clear coat kind of is affected by it. But overall, great shape. Let's see, are these chips? These look to be like little chips on the paint on this left quarter panel. Anything else on the door? Looks like a nice gnarly ding there. Paint marker touch up would definitely fix that up, but this side isn't as bad. There's just over here is where you see the oxidation of the paint. No rust runs on this one like on the other one. If we look at these tires, the tires look to be in pretty decent shape. They are 2020 tires from the date that's stamped on them. These are just Steelies. I don't know how unfortunate that is, how fortunate it is. This is probably a great candidate to get some nice tires, beefy off-road tires like the ones that Rob did back home. Same thing with this. Let's pop the trunk, or the, I should say, the hood, and see what it's all about in the hood, or underneath the front area over here, and see what significant difference it is. But it doesn't look like much. We'll put the hood prop up to hold the front hood up, and then we'll take a look underneath here, see if there's any goodies from Japan in here. It looks like you get some JDM gloves. This one does have it locked down. I won't unlock it because that's kind of a pain, but I'll maneuver the camera to see if there's anything that worries me down there. And it doesn't look like it. Looks like everything's in pretty good shape there. Looks like everything's in pretty good shape here and there as well. No rust runs on this one. It's funny, it looks like they put toilet paper there so water wouldn't pool. I don't know why that was done. Here's the VIN on this one. It is a PA1. Let's see if I can find the stamped VIN. There's a stamped VIN on that one, so you get a better idea. Overall clean. Again, the hood isn't rusty like some of the ones that I've seen and some of the ones that I've had. Pretty good shape. Close this up. Let's see if we can turn on the lights. I know the battery was kind of dead from it sitting, but I think hopefully it's charged up enough where it won't kill it. Let's turn on the fogs. See what kind of lights we got working with here. Just regular halogen lights, but the yellow lights go really hard on this. It looks really nice in here. Let's shut these off. Yeah, it killed the battery. That's unfortunate. The battery's so dead that I knew as soon as I put any kind of power, it would draw it. So I'll get a jump pack to jump it back up when the time comes. But like I said, it was running in great shape. You kind of saw the other beats that I've shown in the other videos. So this one does come with a clicker as well, a key and a clicker, and a nice Honda key at that. You have your window controls, your fog lights, your mirrors, your cubby here, your cubby there, 12-volt outlet, a nice little compartment there. Again, a cup holder here. This one does come with the auto feature for the AC, which is really cool. Nothing in the glove box on this one, just regular compartment there. Let's see what kind of service was done. Let's see if we got enough juice to give you the mileage. Hopefully we do with that. 106,971 kilometers. I'll put the mileage down below in miles, and it looks like the last time it was serviced was 86 and then 105. So I forgot what I said already. 106. So it looks like it was probably serviced at 105 and needs servicing back at probably 109. Again, it's got the stock radio. This one might be a little different than the last radio because it does have look to be what they used to do instead of cassettes back in the day. This one has, I think, the nicer Honda Z carpets in my opinion. Oh, that's what that thing was that was inside the vehicle, and the other one was a thing to hold the mat up. I was wondering because it was in the glove compartment. Obviously the pull. We open the gas cap, show you the gas cap area. There's a little bit of a little rust bubble, not bubble, but just like imperfection there. Seats are overall good condition, just a bolster here and then just a little bit of fraying here. It does look like it's got a burn mark here, but up above it doesn't look like it was a smoker's car. Normally you would see it if it was a smoker's car and you would smell it, but overall in great shape. Underneath here, I think I showed that already, but I'll show it again. You do have front speakers on this one. I believe you have rear speakers on this one as well, if I'm not mistaken. But we'll pop the trunk, we'll take a look, and it does look like you have rear speakers there. See that little dimple there? That is a rear speaker there. And sorry, I got a phone call, but yeah, there's a speaker there. You can't see the dimple. This seatbelt seems to be a little bit more loose than all the other ones. Like, see how this one runs up nicely? I'm not quite sure there. I kind of just put it back there. It may need to be sent out to get repaired, like back in the US. I know they do that. I don't know if they do that here in the US. In Japan, I don't know if they do that. But we'll put these seats down. We'll show you what's underneath. As far as the engine goes, I guess this video will be a little bit quicker than the last one because you saw the last one. But we'll expose the engine compartment here and show you what it's all about. This is what I was talking about. Sometimes they're more notorious to have a little bit of surface rust. There's nothing worrisome there about that. I guess I could take this off by hand right now because they're already pretty loose. Just a chunk of the foam that came off that carpet. We expose this and wham! Let's see if there's this timing belt sticker on that one. No timing belt sticker on that one. But we come under here. You see the intercooler down there. You see the turbo down there. It does not look like this one has a timing belt sticker on this one, so the timing belt probably has not been done on this one, which I guess you could say is kind of a downside to it. But if you wanted to get it serviced, it's something that Japan does offer. It does look like the belt is kind of on the older side, so if I were you and you wanted to buy this one, I would just have this, I guess you could say the major services done. I guess you could say the timing belt, the water pump, the seals, and then I would have the belts replaced. I would have the oil filter replaced. I would have the oil replaced and the air filter replaced, as well as just, you know, the services that you want, the preventative maintenance services. We can come up. I forgot that the other one had a dipstick right there. We can take a look at the oil. Oil looks good. It's obviously going to be much higher because the car was running. I don't have anything to wipe it with, but I would just get all that service done. Overall, pretty great shape under here. Nothing to report that says anything crazy. I mean, it is a silver Z that's in, you know, just right over 100,000 kilometers, which is not terrible and it's not bad. I forget what that is, but I would have put it earlier in the video. See how many kilometers it is, but we'll put this back together and we'll get right back to you. By the power of editing and pausing, that's all set. We'll take this guy, throw it back in here, put that under there, slide this guy under there, slide this guy under here, pop these two seats down, pull the tabs, you're back to your passenger mode. We'll close this door up, come over to the passenger side, show you the passenger side. I love that the doors are always matched. Let's see under here, nice clean carpets. Push all the seat back all the way. I can't promise it'll make it with that. They always take them out for some reason. Clean under there. Looks like it's just dirty there, so that can get cleaned off. But overall in great shape. You kind of see what this car is all about. You saw me driving it. Okay, yeah, so that's pretty much it. I'll put the price below. Again, put the CarDealPage price, and I'll put the Mendy price, brokered and whatnot. The services will obviously have, it'll be different price for the services, but you can pay for the vehicle, and then if you want to get it serviced, there'll be a price for that servicing of the vehicle price. This one does have the automatic feature, which is really nice for the AC. If we turn that on, I'm trying to keep it revved up high because I don't want to lose the battery. I just jumped it back up. There it goes. AC compressor just kicked on. Let's see if it'll start to cool it down. It does. It's cooling it down pretty nice compared to the other one. They're about the same. So yeah, nothing to complain about the Z. I think I pointed out all the flaws enough to make sure that you have a solid decision that you would want to make whether or not you want the Z. I think out of the two, I like the white one, that the white one's ready to go because the timing belt and the oil change was done. And I think that the white one's got a lot of potential as far as like getting it cleaned up and buffed up. So if I were to pick either of the two right away, I think I would pick the white one. This silver one is nice just because of the color. The carpets are a little different. I don't remember if the interior was the same. But I probably made 4 videos within the last couple hours that I've been here, so I kind of got dazed as to what has been made. What is cool about this one is that it does have tweeters up here. Whether or not they work is a different story. I think either of them just need a double DIN radio and that's it. But overall, if I were to pick any of them, like I said, I think the silver, because not the silver, the white one, because the white one is just pay it, ship it, and it's to your house. and you have it much sooner. And I think they both need some sort of detailing work to get it to function, not function, but look aesthetically what you want it to look for your taste. And they're all missing tints. I think that's the biggest thing, is they don't really tint cars here in Japan all that much, so they're missing tints. Oh, one thing I forgot to show you was the underside. So jump pack's still hooked up over here, so we'll leave that hooked up, make sure that's good. But let's show you the undercarriage of this one. That's the front side. Let's see, wheel arches. That's the driver's side. The rear driver's side wheel arch. The rear. You can hear the engine running. Sounds nice and healthy. The passenger rear well. These are functional vents, by the way, which is really cool. The front passenger wheel well, left front. That's it. Pretty much you have the whole car. Give you a better idea of the roof. And there you have it, the Honda Z in silver. Again, if you want the Mendy price, I can obviously give you the Mendy price and then the CarDealPage price. If you have brokering already set up, if you're already used to working with somebody, excuse me, this just kind of gives you a better idea of what the car really is all about and whether or not you want it. Try to show to you all the imperfections, all the known things. If you do want this one serviced, CarDealPage can service it. Again, they're not that they're backed up, but there is a queue that you got to get into, and I don't know how long that queue will be to, you know, get you in and get the stuff going. But at least you can own the car. It's already paid for. When it gets in the queue, it can go in the queue to get serviced. What I wish I could land is, if CarDealPage could land like a detailer that could clean these cars up really nicely, almost like the Tegi Touch, but the Japan Tegi Touch, if there were such thing. But ultimately, I think it's a great car. If you get it the way that it is, it just needs to get cleaned up. If you give it some elbow grease, it'll look like $1 million. All the cars here, I say the worst that you'll see the cars is probably when they're at the port, when you're picking them up in America, or while they sit here in Japan. But then once you get them home, you just clean them up, you do your simple things, then they start to look a lot nicer. And keep in mind, if you did want rims on this one, I couldn't get you rims while I'm out here in Japan. It's just a matter of you paying for them and us installing them on there for you. So when you get the vehicle, you get it all serviced with rims, ready to go. So it's turnkey from when you get it at the port to when it lands, you know, when you get it at the port to drive it home, basically. So either way, reach out 203-940-1259. Let's get this car sold. Let's get this car coming to America because it belongs in a new home in America. Super sweet ride. I really like it. I enjoy it. And yeah, I guess until the next one. I know you'll see this and you'll see these other two cars. Just keep in mind, this one's already sold and so is that one. That Miragino will be available in New York. That's part of Rob's inventory that is headed to New York. So you may ask me, hey, what about this and what about that? Video to come, I guess, on that one. I guess you could see it on Nick's video, but video to come on that one when it reaches New York. I can try and make a quick video about this one while I'm out here, but no promises. That one's headed to Rob's. This one's Giovanni's. I'm sure when it gets to Giovanni, he'll be able to make a vid for you and show you what it's all about. But for now, if you see any other cars that you're interested while I'm here at CarDealPage, if you want something specific, just make sure you reach out. That way I can make you a specific video if you want that car before you're like, I really don't really know. Like the Z's, now you can ask me questions because I physically touch the Z, physically move the C and all that. But yeah, Nick, do you have anything to say?
Yeah.
K's away.
Probably my most fun day in Japan.
Yeah? Nice.
Just making videos, unless they tell me to delete them later. But
let's hope it.
installing wheels, getting dirty.
Did you get? Oh, you couldn't get that on video, did you, or you did?
No, I couldn't.
Ah.
Whatever.
But for now, we're gonna lock in. One of the things Giovanni asked us for was to make a video, or not make a video, but install these roof racks on his car. And what's cool is we were able to source these in Japan, specific.
Yeah, in Japan, so it was actually less money.
Really?
Yeah, I think it's like 200 shipped. It was 200 for 2. We got 6 for 400. So
yeah.
basically, got 1 for free.
Yeah, you get one for free. And that's cool because if you have a K-van that you want roof racks on, if they have them at Up Garage, we can go grab them. If they have it on Amazon, we can.
Yeah, we got it from eBay.
This one's eBay's, but if you have it on like Amazon or something, then we can find it, we can buy it, and we can install it on your vehicle. So yeah, reach out.